What's good, y'all? So I can't even lie, I'm a little gassed right now. I'm in the middle of a fast. At first it was originally going to be a juice fast, then it turned to a water fast, and I'm currently dry fasting. No food, no water. While I'm on this dry fast, I decided to go work out in the desert in the middle of the heat. You feel me? I'm a little bit of a mental masochist in that regard, but sometimes I like pushing myself. I like knowing what I'm made of. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm observing my mind, I'm observing my spirit, I'm observing my body during this period of time, I just wanted to share some of the observations that I've been having from this experience and from my fasting experience in the past. The first thing I notice is you come face to face with your ego. And what I mean by that is your ego is not just that thing that makes you cocky, or for those of you that don't understand what I'm coming from with my definition of the ego. The ego for me is not just the thing that makes you cocky, like, oh, he has an ego, he's overconfident, he's cocky, he's, feeling himself. No, your ego is that part of your mind that wants to keep you safe no matter what. Your ego is like almost like a super primitive technology that says, is this person safe? Wait, he's doing a new behavior. I don't like new behavior. Stop new behavior to keep myself safe. Comfortable is safe. Complacent is safe. What I'm used to is safe. So stop doing new things. That's what your ego says, and that's my understanding of ego, so we're all on the same page. Your ego is the thing that kind of stops you if you don't tailor it, if you don't control the ego. So while you're fasting, what is this thing trying to stop you from doing? Well, when you're starving yourself, when you're dehydrating yourself, your ego says, I don't like that, change it, do what you have to do to fix it now. And you start getting mental images of food. You start to see water. You'd be like, yo, just a sip. Like, that's all I need, just a sip. But there's got to be a piece of you that has to remain the executive force in your mind and say, no, I said no food, no water for however long I feel like it. When I say we can eat and drink, then that's what we do. And then your ego has no choice but to back down. But a lot of people are controlled by the ego in different forms and fashions, but we'll keep it to fasting on this video. The other one I realize is like, you know what you're made of. And I know I started off with that, but that's something that I've been able to observe. It really shows you what you're made of. It really shows you that if you were locked up in a cage with your best friend, for example, you got taken hostage in some Walking Dead, zombie apocalypse type of Mad Max type of situation, right? And you get locked up into a cage with your friend, and they put, all your favorite foods. They fry, they sear up a steak right in front of you. They get lobster and butter right there in front of you. They get the meanest, like a fruit salad, and they just put all these nice fruit in a bowl right in front of you. You say, hey, you can eat if you give us your friend. I know I might have to go solo dolo, because I know I'm never going to rat out my friend over some food. But it's that at least I know, and at least you know, that if you're locked up in a cage with me, I'm not going to sell you out for for automatic or for instant gratification. I've pushed myself. I know what I can go without. I can go without food and water. There's nothing in this world that anyone can give me other than information and knowledge. And I don't need that from you in particular. I can sit out in the sun and get that download as well. Which leads me to my next point. Now, this one is specific to me being melanated, so forgive me if I lose some of y'all with this one, but I'm a walking solar panel. This melanin eats the sun. It eats it. It feeds off of it. It loves it. I know there's a lot of other so-called black people that can't sit out in the sun like me. That's because you're not taking care of yourself. That's because you're filling your body with pollutants, and the sun is reacting to the pollutants in your body. That's why you feel hot. But when you have nothing in here, well, this becomes your food source. The sun becomes your food source. And that's one of the things that's amazing to me. I'm out here working out, and don't get me wrong, I look mad weak. I'm mad winded, but I pushed. And that's the other thing, the other thing about this fasting experience. You push. Sometimes it's just brute fucking force. And I had to add the F-bomb in there. Sorry, Grandma. I have to add in there because that's just the piece of my mind that gets tapped into. One of the things about me is not just me, but everybody in the world, but everyone has that switch. But for me, it's two different people. You know what I'm saying? It's two different people. But one of the things I notice is I will no longer ever let anybody have the access to that switch. No human being can push me to that other side of myself. Only I do that. And I do that by pushing myself mentally. It's like that's just how I am. You don't have any control over me. I don't need food, I don't need water, and I damn Skippy don't need your dollar. I don't need your handout. So don't come to me with that. Go get some other weak-minded individual. You can't touch me. You know what I'm saying? On the physical sense, right? One of the interesting things I notice is like when you're go without food or water, it's like somehow there's still stuff moving around in your body. Some of y'all don't realize that you are backed up with days and days and days worth of waste just sitting in your body. Some of y'all have bad breath, not because you don't brush your teeth or floss, but you have bad breath because you have so much stuff going on down here that's stuffed up and backed up in here that your body has no choice but to fumigate all those gases that are just sitting or trapped in there, either through flatulence, through farting, or through your own breath, through your mouth, through your throat canal. You know, whatever it is, the gases rise, do they not? So what makes you think it doesn't rise from your body up through your mouth? And it doesn't have to be like it's like a freaking, sometimes it does smell like a fumigator. Some of y'all got that halitosis, you know what I'm saying? But like nevertheless, it's like you get to pay attention to your body. When you actually break the fast and you start eating foods again, you're hyper aware of the foods that are moving through. And you just feel like you just feel it, and it's just like, all right, this feels weird. But you don't notice that when your bowels and intestines are always full of something. Then fullness becomes your new default instead of emptiness, right? It's like a lot of people think that you have to take something to be healthy. Take a pill, take a supplement, take a Sometimes you just need to give your body a break. Let's put it to you like this. I've used this analogy before, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, if you were sitting at work, right, and we've all seen this scene in a movie or whatever, you're sitting there at your work, you're sitting at a desk at your job, right, and you just finished your work. You just finished, I'm done. And the second you finish, your boss comes over and slams a big pile of paperwork on your desk. Wouldn't you just be like, yo, what the, I was ready to take a break. That's what your digestive system is saying every day. That's what your excretory system is saying every day. That's what your parasympathetic system is saying every single day. That's what your neurological system is saying every day, because it has to, your brain has to send out the code, you know, use a mental, physical battery to say, okay, send out everything to digest that food. Okay, break. Nope, never mind. Slam the brakes. We ate some more. You know, send out the enzymes to break down that food again. Okay, we're done now. He's eating again? God damn. Yo, send out the enzymes to get that food. And when the brain sends the message out, then your liver got to do stuff, your kidney got to do stuff, your pancreas got to do stuff, right? And then right now, though, some of y'all, it's not even just work. Some of y'all's bodies are at war with yourself. Your pancreas, like everybody that has type 2, I'm not sure about type 1, I cannot speak on that. I don't have the knowledge to speak on type 1 because that's the one you're born with, I believe. But type 2 is the one that you develop because your pancreas is not working anymore. If you have diabetes, that means your pancreas doesn't work. And then some of y'all are diabetics and you still eat nothing but sugar with artificial processing, a whole bunch of bread, whole bunch of starch, which is nothing but sugar and like bad glucose. You know, you love your white rice that has been stripped of all the good things that rice is supposed to do for you. You are bombarding your pancreas that don't work. Your pancreas is like beat down, knocked out on the ground. Like your pancreas is in the boxing ring with Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson at the same time, and both of them already knocked you out once, and now they're just stomping on you. There's A-Town stomping on your head right now, and y'all don't know how to pay attention to your body, and you're gonna wonder, hey doc, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? No, I can ask you what's wrong with you. Stop hurting yourself, because that's what you're doing with these foods. Just because all this food is in the grocery store don't mean you have to eat it all. You know, just because it's in the grocery store does not mean it's good for you. So practice some discernment. You know, it's like, you know, one of the drawbacks of it is, yes, in the first couple of days, you do lack energy at first, but there's a point where you just start to climb out of that, and it all depends on the individual. You know, it's like, okay, yes, your body's going through withdrawals. Even my body going through withdrawals. It's like, okay, you want something to eat. You know, you be getting mental images of food, water. You want something to eat, man. Just go get, man. Ain't nobody gonna know, man. Just lie to them on YouTube, man. Just lie to them. They ain't gonna know. You know, you can say you on day 1,000 of your fast. Everybody believe you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, that wasn't a conversation, but just for the sake of this video. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's like, yeah, no one's gonna know. So just have you a little bite. But it's like, no, I said I'm doing this. So don't talk to me. Because I've tried and failed many a fast before. And I felt defeated when I did that. You know, you come face to face with victory or defeat. You choose your path. You know what I'm saying? You choose your path. You said you was going to do 3 days and do your 3 days. You said you was going to do a week, then do a week. Push through. You'll be okay. Your brain, your ego will tell you, no, you're going to die. Please eat something. And something I was reminded, shout out to Kim, it's like, you reminded me of this one. When like, what a lot of people don't realize is you are just a collection of cells, right? And those cells are kind of like, just imagine the whole planet Earth is just a cell in the body of the universe. Well, you are made up of the same exact thing, and your cells require things. So when you stop doing that thing that's been fueling it, it starts to send your brain, it starts to send you a message, but hey, we need, and that message starts to get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. Okay, but I'm the God here, I'm the creator here. It's like y'all are all a part of me, and everything I do affects you. If I want to give you something, I will bless you with that vitamin C. I will bless you with that calcium. I will bless you with that iron, but not today. You have to learn a lesson. You got to know what struggle is. And when all of your cells are put through the same thing, one of the greatest things about having this physical vessel is that this physical vessel is very, very good at adapting. And that is one of the other things that's very good about fasting, adapting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't go without water. You know that you're not going to have any access to water. Your body will say, okay, slow down a little bit. Let's pace ourselves. Your body knows it's not going to have food for a while. It'll go tap into the reserves. It'll start to eat up that fat that you have sitting on your stomach right now, that you have those love handles and that muffin top you're trying to get rid of. It will start to eat that fat. Now, as I say that, I'm not telling y'all to come out here and start starving yourselves. When I fast, it's for spiritual purposes. That's a whole nother aspect. When I fast, especially, the ring in my ears is very loud, but that's not no tinnitus or nothing like that. That's me knowing that, like, I'm not being as held down by the physical stuff that's in my body. I'm open, I'm pure, I'm eating the sunlight. You see what I'm saying? So my vibration literally rises while I'm fasting. That's why I do it from time to time, because I need to be reminded what that next level is. In all actuality, this is just light training, light preparation for when I go breatharian in my future. I know it's coming one day, but I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna enjoy life a little bit, enjoy the physical. But then, when it comes to a certain point, there's gonna be a point where I don't need food or water. So I just need to give myself little tidbits. Like, that's the easiest way to get into a habit. Give yourself little baby steps along the way to build into a new habit. For example, when I want to wake up very early in the morning, like I want to make it my new habit of waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Fasting really does help with that. Number one, it helps you wake up. You actually have more energy, like not physically, but you have a lot more mental and spiritual energy on fasting, just from my experience, But when you're trying to form a new habit that's going to take a really huge effort on your end, just do baby steps. You don't have to snap your fingers and be in it. No, give yourself a week, give yourself a month to ease into it. For me, I'm just giving myself a few decades to get into the breatharian life. You see what I'm saying? So just a little bit over time. For me, when I was trying to wake up at 3 o'clock, when I'm still waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, the first week before it was very important for me to wake up at 3, all I had was an alarm that would wake me up at 3 o'clock every single day for a week. Then it's like, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, alarm's up, my body's actually waking up before 3 o'clock now already. But now it's like, okay, now get up and do something. Even if it's get up and take a sip of water and get back in the bed. Get up, use the bathroom and get back in the bed. Baby steps. And then eventually, it's going to be your new muscle memory. You see what I'm saying? When you do a lot of fasting, you realize how little you actually need. We live in a world, especially if you're in America or any developed country, we live in a world of excess. Everyone has more than they need except for the homeless people. In all actuality, the homeless people have what they need. They need a little bit of food. They need a little bit of water. I mean, the alcohol and drugs, okay, whatever. But but nevertheless, we have too much. We have cars that talk to us. We have phones that talk to us. From our phone, we know exactly where we're going. From our phone, we can do business. From our phone, we could trade stocks. From our houses, we got 8,000 plugs with 8,000 chargers with 8,000 devices to block our minds off from things. Here we go. We're just going and going and going. From fasting, I realized too that the things that entertain me changes because, like I said, my vibration is rising. My mind is working from a different frequency. So the type of media that I ingest is different. I'm not eating food, I'm not drinking water, but I am still consuming information at all times. From the sun, from YouTube, from books, from drawing, from whatever, because you find ways to occupy your mind during the fast. So you're not just sitting there like, okay, 1 hour on fasting, 2 hours of fasting, 1 day of fasting, I'm really hungry, 1 day and a half and 1 afternoon. Yeah, because when you're staring at the clock, time goes by slow because you're watching every moment. You know what I'm saying? Time is all about perception. If you're staring at the clock, time goes by forever. If you're having a great time, time flies by. You see what I'm saying? So, oh, and let me just go ahead and end it with this, because I'm about to end this video because my mouth is hella dry right now. The dry fasting part of this. My mouth is dry and I'm a little lightheaded. I can't lie to you. You know, that workout kind of kicked my ass a little bit. But, but nevertheless, I'm vivacious. I'm full of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm feeling great right now. Yes, like I said, you have to adapt. And that's what my body is doing right now. It's just adapting. I'm going to make a few more videos today because I have a goal of making at least 7 videos today. Why not? You know, I'm infinite. 7 videos to me is a week's worth of content for for other people out there. Nah, it's just a day for me. It's just, I just feel like doing this. I'm pushing right now. To the next one. Peace.